Guys, I'm planning a city. Is that a good intro? I think it is. Like, imagine if I start every video like that. Guys, I'm planning a city. How would he be planning a city? Like, doesn't a city take a lot of work? Dude, he must be talking about Sim City. No, it's a real city, buddy. It's a real city. And before I can get into the building and the actual planning of a city, I think it's important to have a set of basic principles that the planning and governing bodies of a city, of my city, should abide by. And so today, we're creating the Constitution of Uino. It's not really a constitution actually, because it's just going to be some basic principles to follow. But I like the word constitution. I also like the word charter. I also like the basic principles of Uino. 1. Transparency. Oh my god, I said transparency wrong. Transparency. Why is that word so hard? Transparency even to a fault. I think governing and planning bodies of cities often omit information because they think the public is not well versed enough to handle that. And it will just cause more problems than leaving them in the dark. And to a certain degree, I agree with that. Not everyone is capable enough to understand long-term plans without scrutinizing the short term. But I think people in general are smart enough to understand directions without being misled. Being kind to our insecurities. People will make mistakes, but instead of being problem scrutinizing, I want everyone who resides in Uino to at least try to be solution focused. Long-term planning is important. It might not solve the issue fully now, but in 50 years' time, this one decision will be crucial to the sustainability of the whole place in the future. A lot of ancient civilizations built their cities based on fundamental principles. Order, symmetry, hierarchy, tradition, culture. I want Uino to be built with curiosity in mind. Creative ideas are welcome, even if they're weird. Lead with passion and have fun with whatever you're doing. I also want it to be built with curiosity because I want Uino to be walkable. I want the infrastructure to support that so that people want to walk to places and want to travel. They won't even realize how tired their legs are because everything is so interesting and the infrastructure and the policy supports that. Being tough but fair. If they were walking out of a courtroom, they would be like, damn, that's tough but fair. Like, they should pretty much be saying that. Imperfect perfection. Everyone's weird, everyone's difficult, unique and special. That should be celebrated. Sometimes, no, all the time, there's beauty in imperfection. Imperfection is what makes us human. Without it, one another would not be different from each other. And the world would suck and it would be so boring. Imperfectly perfect. I've been saying that a long time. I still don't truly know what it means. It sounds right. It sounds deep. And I think one day I'll understand it'll be like a eureka moment. And I'll understand what it truly means. But for right... Did you hear that? But for right now, that will be the 6th and final principle. So based on these basic principles, how would you make infrastructure and policy to support that, to build that type of culture? That'll be the job of the governing bodies. That's pretty much it. The basic principles of Uino. Damn, it's not even centered. Well, this is what we do. This is what we do. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, buddies, that's it. The Constitution has been created. Next week, I was going to keep it to myself, but I remembered the first principle of Uino. Transparency even to a fault. My big idea is to go around to places, cities specifically, and tour them, and then figure out one thing about them that I really like so I can steal that and add it to my city. I feel unprepared for it because what do I know about urban planning? But I am curious, and I think it is a plan that has the legs to succeed. I believe in it and myself and everyone who's going to help me. I got the principles down. Now I just got to follow them. And that's the most difficult part. See you later. Buddy. You gotta stop yapping and rambling, buddy. Because being clear and concise and simple is the only way you're not gonna get overwhelmed. Right, buddy? Yeah, buddy.